All right, so back on this project. Figured that the piston was blown up, or piston was bad, because there's a chip in this one. And if you look right here, that I don't think that ring is fully there anymore. But I got brand new Vertex piston off of Rocky Mountain ATV MC. So they should be a little bit better than this one, than the stock one. I don't know what brand that is, but I think so. An OEM Honda one, probably not the original one, but something close to OEM or Wiseco or something like that. Brand new. You just got to throw the wrist pin and clips in, and let's get started with that. Doing anything internal in the engine, I always like to coat everything with a little bit of 2-stroke oil if you're working on a 2-stroke, and then if you're working on a 4-stroke, you use your regular engine oil. But today we're working on a 2-stroke, so we're just going to use 2-stroke oil to coat everything. First, we'll put a clip into this piston. I just poured a little bit of oil out into the cap of the bottle for the 2-stroke oil. Yeah, these clips can be kind of hard to put in, but you just throw one in there into the little eye, and then there should be a little bit of a groove in there to hold it. Got this pick right here. There's a little like divot in there. You just want to pop that guy in. Might go flying, so do this in a relatively clean area. There we go. Popped in. Should snap, and double check that it's in the groove like that. And as you can see on the other side, there's that groove. So we're gonna do that. Then I'm gonna take the wrist pin and put a little bit of oil on it. Leave a rag down in here so you don't drop your clip in there. Don't forget, you have a needle bearing that goes in that connecting rod. You gotta go find mine. Throw this back in there. Make sure you don't have any nasty stuff on it. And then there's an arrow on the piston to the direction of the exhaust. You're gonna wanna have that arrow facing forward towards the front of the bike. And then you push the wrist pin through. And it's a tight fit onto the piston, so it might take a little bit of tinkering with it to get it on, get it in there all the way. There we go. Make sure that's pushed all the way through. And then you grab your other clip. And this is where you got to be careful. And make sure that 100% you got this void in your engine filled with a rag or something. Just kind of line it up and then face it like that. And it went flying. I'm gonna put this camera down for a second and try to get it in there. All right, after about 1 million attempts, I finally got that clip in. It's a little bit of a struggle. So now you want to you can put your piston ring on pretty much any time before you put the cylinder on, but now should be a good time to do it. And I believe you can see that lettering. I think that faces up, and you just kind of just weave it around. There should be a groove that keeps the ring from spinning, and you want to put this gap in between that groove. Now we coat the piston with some oil, just a little bit. Just get some gloves, put some on your finger, rub the sides. Just rub it down so it's not scraping the cylinder when you're putting it on. Then you can get rid of this paper. Now we do the same with actually we put the gasket on now, because you don't want to forget to put the gasket on. Here's for your cylinder. So it looks like it goes on this way. Okay. Got it. Help it go down. Should just seal everything. Okay, now I gotta take this flange, this exhaust flange, off of this cylinder head. And then we put some of that oil again in the cylinder. If you have any water or anything in the cylinder, clean it out quick. And put a little dab of oil in there, just enough to coat the walls. And now you compress your ring. And should go on smooth like butter. If it doesn't, then there might be something else wrong. There we go. And that's how that should be. Now everything else, you're gonna want to torque these cylinder bolts, and you're gonna want to torque your cylinder head bolts. But other than that, it should be smooth sailing from there. So I guess I'm gonna put this on like a quick time lapse or something while I'm throwing this thing together. Just like that, I think we're ready to test fire. So basically, just make sure you put coolant in it, make sure everything that's supposed to go back together goes back together. Bolt your carb, make sure you have all your gaskets, make sure you pour coolant in it. And then I have the gas tank mocked up, but you can throw it back on there if you want, but I always like to mock it up just in case I need to take something back apart again. Well, let's see if this thing fires. Good, it just needs to be tuned. Carbon needs to be tuned. And it'll run like brand new. As of right now, this thing's a mint unit. Let's go take it for a rip. See if it... Ah! Sweet. Well, I guess my flywheel wasn't tight enough, but it ripped. Not good. Here's the nut. Oh. That's actually just random house wire. Here's the washer. Well, oh, and here's the case. Other than that, it ran pretty sweet. Well, it ran pretty good. Made a big mess until the flywheel bolt just came off. I guess I didn't tighten it enough, but other than that, I think it's good to go. May need a little bit carb tuning because it is kind of choppy up top, but yeah, I mean the the bike starts and everything now, so didn't used to want to start before. I think it's a success. I just need to fix that flywheel issue.